Hello everybody from Laura's Art Corner. Today I am going to try to take the plunge and do my first YouTube video. Actually, I have one that I did prior to this. It was on putting clocks together. But this one will be on these coasters that I've been doing lately. A lot of people have been asking about me showing a tutorial on the technique. First off, I'd like to say that I took a class through udemy.com, and I'm not sure how you exactly, if you pronounce it Udemy, however. It's a website that offers a lot of classes. This one was a class on alcohol inks, and Stacy O'Flanagan is the instructor, and I absolutely enjoyed this class. It was about $40, but well worth it. I do have some experience with alcohol inks, but this technique is hers, and so I'm not going to show you her technique because that wouldn't be fair to her. She created this technique. I took the class. It's, like I said, it's well worth the $40 to take the class. She does something like this. So, as you can see, there's some circles and bubbles and all kinds of stuff. Hers absolutely are beautiful. You should check it out. But anyway, so I took the class and I decided, as always, I don't like to copy a person. I like to do my own thing, and so I just built on it. And so I've been doing these coasters, and so I did the backgrounds. Hold on one second. Please bear with me. This is all new to me. So here's just some of the coasters. The reds always seem the most popular, I should say. And I thought I was videoing before. Don't laugh at me. But I started drawing and I thought I was videoing. I thought I hit the record button, but it wasn't recording. So here's the one that I got started on. What I wanted to do, I have some friends that own a Mexican restaurant, and I actually make the tres leches cake for that restaurant. Anyway, they are famous for what they call a scorpion challenge. So what you have to do is eat a scorpion, and then you can put your name on the wall. So the last set of coasters I did some with glasses, and it seems like in most of my coasters I'm putting eyes. And I hope this is going to be like a trademark or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I just decided to do glasses on this one. And so then that got me to thinking. I have a friend that actually sent me some dead scorpions from Arizona. She, her name is Sue. And she, oh no, it's not. Hold on one second. Oh, I'll have to look it up. Anyway, so she didn't really want to have to do that, but they have lots of scorpions down there. Anyway, so she sent me 8 or 9, I think. And so what I wanted to do is make these coasters, originally just plain old coasters with the scorpions in there. And so then I thought, well, wouldn't this be fun to do these with glasses? And instead of putting the eyeballs in it, or maybe I can still put the eyeballs on somehow. Well, in fact, I was doing this one, and yes, I put an eyeball on there. But then I thought I would put the scorpion in there. And so anyway, I'll do another one. I was only going to do one, but I'll do another one. This one's not quite complete, but it started. So I'll do another one real quick, and then I'll cut this off, and then I will do this video in sections and then put it together as one big video. because it just takes too long. Sometimes I have 7-8 hours into one set of coasters just doing all the drawing. So anyway, let's do another one. Well, first off, I also, when I do drawings, I always do my research online. And so I just pulled up some glasses, and then I saved which ones I thought might be good. Oh, here's that gal's work in that class. Check that out. Is that not awesome or what? She is amazing. I put a couple of them in there. So you really should check this out. I've ordered several different classes. I've been an artist for a long time, since, well, all my life really, but I took commercial art in college, but I always like to broaden my horizons a little bit, and so she does some amazing stuff. And so again, I didn't want to copy her, or, I mean, sure, you can still use the technique and stuff like that, but I wanted to make something of my own. So anyway, so I'm going to get started on another one. Oh, you can see my face a little bit. Alright, so let me see. I think I'll make this one like a margarita glass, like that one. Hope you can't see it. Hold on one second. Let me adjust this a little bit. And I will pull this up every so often. I did that on the last so-called, I thought I was videoing. Sometimes I have to pick these up. I just can't do it laying down. People have asked me, well, how do you draw your circles? They think I use a stencil or something, but no, it's just from doing it for so long. I mean, they're not perfect. They're actually pretty abstract, you know. If I wanted it to be perfect, I'd get my stencils out, I suppose. So, don't mind me if I get a little quiet here. It's just because I'm focusing on what I'm doing here. I usually use Posca pens. Right now my fine line ones are totally empty. I bought a set of 12, and I usually use black and white, so they are the most frequent use. So my black and white are both gone, so I had to go to Michael's to get me by until my new ones come in. So there I have the glass, and now with this circle I'm just gonna go ahead and put another eye in there. Now keep in mind, you can do anything with circles, and you don't even have to do the circles if you don't want, but I just happen to like to do them. Okay, so I'm not making this perfect because I'm kind of rushing myself. I usually just take my time on these, and that's probably why I get so much time invested in them. So I just, to find the center, I can look at that now and see that it's off center. So sometimes I'll just take my finger, and look, I got red ink from doing these coasters. And look, so from the dot to the top of the eyeball is 1 finger length, but if you put it here, it's not. So that means that I have to bring that dot down about that far. And because I brought it down that far, it's gonna have to go that way, all the way around. And a lot of this is just eyeballing, you know? It's abstract. It's not meant to be perfect. Again, if I wanted it to be perfect, I would have my ruler out, my stencils out, all that stuff. This is not perfect. And then from there, then I decide I'm gonna do the irises, you know. I sometimes will draw a straight line through. And then I turn it, and sometimes the lines don't have to be the same length. I hope you guys can see this okay, and I hope you understand that this is my first actual YouTube. These are actually so slick, I just thought they were resin, but they're not resined. It's just the alcohol inks left a nice smooth surface on there so I can draw on them. I don't spray seal them until I'm done doing this. And just so you know, I use Krylon, and they usually say 1 or 2 coats of the UV, and then 2 coats of the varnish. But since these are being resined, I have just been putting 1 coat of each, and that's sufficient enough. As long as you put both on. I tried once to just put the one on. It was on the top of a jewelry trinket box, and I tried to just put the one on, and it still faded when I put the resin. So we learn as we go. Okay, and then when I do this part, I just kind of doing the, sorry about the glare from my, So you just do that all the way around. So I'm not gonna do it all here right now, but anyway, so I will end this part here, because then, actually no, let me go ahead and try, I'll do this one too. I almost always have 3. This one only has 2 in it, but you can see there was a 3rd circle there. I just didn't do anything with it. But then I also have this lime on here, so that could be considered a 3rd. I like to try to stick with 3s. Kind of like decorating, you know. Okay, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna try to be a little quiet. Actually, my dog is laying on the couch next to me, and he's snoring away. Just snoring away. Okay, now on this one, I think I'll do another glass. But this one won't have a scorpion in it. It's too little. Those scorpions are quite big. Sometimes it's just easier to turn them in my hand as I go. Okay, this one I'm going to make like it's sitting in the distance a little bit. Can you see that okay, I hope? Alright, so this one, I don't think I'm going to make this one a glass, because I'm not sure that would look right. So I might just do a design with it. I wouldn't necessarily call this Zentangling, but it's similar, I would say. Definitely using patterns. This one here that I just showed you, it doesn't have any patterns in it. I should have brought the other 3 that went with the set. So with this one, this is going to be an eye, but I'm going to do a design around it, I think. Where did I put my glasses? I think I left my glasses in the kitchen. Anyway, so I'm just going to put little lines in here. Boy, I really miss my Posca pens, that's for sure. And then I'm going to fill in every other one. And I'm not being perfect here because I don't have my glasses on. What you got up here over there, huh? Oh yeah. Need those glasses. Anyway, so you would continue all the way down through here. And then if you want, you can, I like to do some fun stuff like put like a ribbon. I can use the bigger one for this. And then I'll even carry them down the side. Can you see this? I carry the design down the side of the tiles. And of course this, because they're glass, would look like it's going through. And not sure what I'm doing there yet, so I can always come back to that. Terry, I wish I had, can you go grab those other 3 coasters downstairs? Oh yeah. Never mind. Sorry, I'll show them later in the video. Alright, I didn't want to fill this all the way in because you're actually looking through a glass, so it would look a little distorted anyway. So I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Alright, I'm going to stop this right here, and then I will pick up in just a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I just got done finished drawing this one. What I did first is I sealed it with Camar varnish and UV resistant clear. They're both from Krylon. What I do is I mark the sides of my bottle because I always get them confused. So this one goes on first, and then this one goes on second. Technically, if you're just doing the alcohol inks on tile, then you would just do 2 coats of each. But because I'm putting resin on these, you only need 1 coat of each. You saw this tile already, I think. I showed you. And so this is the set. It's hard to see. Guess I don't have the lights just right. Let me see if I can move this light over. See if that helps. And then I have this one. And then I have this one. So the story behind why I'm doing this set of coasters is for a friend that owns a Mexican restaurant. I think I told you about the scorpion challenge. Well, you have to eat a scorpion to get your name on the wall. Well, I did that. And there's video proof of it, and it went viral. In fact, they had done a little video like, oh, they call that thing where freeze frame or something where everybody stops. Well, they did that at this restaurant. It's called El Bahia. And it got so many views and everything. And so all the customers are in on it, and so they all froze. Sorry about that. And so it got a lot of views. And then came my video of me doing the scorpion challenge, eating a scorpion. Anyway, that one went way beyond the other one. But anyway, so I did put, there's a scorpion here, and he's not set yet. I did put a little bit of resin on him. Can you see it? They're really nasty. I don't recommend eating the scorpion. Anyway, you can see the tile. So I am going to go ahead and mix this resin up. And get this thing going. All of a sudden my nose is starting to run. I hope you can all hear me okay. Again, this is my first official video, and I hope it turns out good. I do carry Susanna Dank's Resin pigments and pastes online here in the States. They ship all the way from Australia. Susanna's a very good friend of mine. We met, oh gosh, I bet it's getting close to 2 years, through the group. And I think we were in another group together with another mutual friend, and so then I saw this mutual friend had Fluid Art Community with Susanna Danks as one of her groups that she goes to, so I thought, well, I'm going to go check that out. And so I've been there ever since. It's a beautiful group. If you're not joined already, you should consider joining. We have wonderful artists in there. We have Sue Findlay. We have Catherine Dreyer from Dreyer Days. We have Stuart Wimble from Stuart Wimble's. Let's see, who else do we have? We have Tammy Anderson, of course. She's a big part of our group. I'm trying to think. I'll probably not get them all. I didn't even think I was going to mention anything like that. But Paul Hopkins, he has Paul Smart Art, sorry. Paul Smart Art on YouTube. You should look them all up. They are wonderful fluid artists. They all specialize in their own techniques. Catherine Dreyer does wonderful geodes. And Sue Findlay, she does all kinds of... She's new to resin, and it just amazes me. But she is very experimental, and she likes to see what all she can do, and she learns from it. And so Stuart Wimbles is a acrylic fluid artist. And Paul Hopkins, which is Paul Smart Art on YouTube, he is an amazing acrylic fluid artist, and he just recently tried resin. So I reached out to him and sent him a package all the way to Ireland with some pigments and pastes, because I know that we have not only the best pigments and pastes, but the best priced, and just overall they're very quality pigments that Susanna orders. So and I've been doing it for Susanna actually for a year. When she started it, we started with just group orders here in the United States, and when a person would order, they'd put in my name as a code, and then Susanna knew it was coming to the States, and she'd ship them here. But now it's just a lot easier, and so now I'm distributing them with my own shop, which is called Laura's Art Corner. And it's kind of chilly down here in the basement. But yeah, you should check out my website or Facebook also. And when you like or follow my Facebook, you will be notified when new shipments come in, new colors come in, new items come in. I've got all kinds of glass glitters, mica glitters that are not your standard Michael's, Hobby Lobby, craft shop type glitters. They're much more high quality. Tammy Anderson's been really promoting them very well on her YouTube, because they're just so gorgeous. All right, let me get something to put this up on. Alright, let me see if I am still in the camera with this one here. Oh, that doesn't. Let me push this back a little bit. Perfect. Now the trick is going to be to hold this scorpion down. Yeah, let's all hold our breath and pray. This is actually an experiment, adding the scorpion in there. I've done a ton of these coasters, not these specific ones, but lately I've been doing quite a few of these. And I'm not sure I'm going to use the heat gun on this one, because I don't want to blow that scorpion away. So I might just use the torch. I'm going to get this one out of here. I'm afraid it's going to get drips on it. Sometimes on these coasters it's better to have a little bit more than not enough, because sometimes they don't drip over the edges very well. And I don't have my respirator on because I'm just doing this one little tile. And I'm not going to heat it up much. I'm just going to heat it enough to get the bubbles. I don't have to heat it to move the colors around or anything because all the colors are right there. That's what I like about doing these is I don't have to use the heat gun. It doesn't look like that scorpion's gonna move, so that's good. And I'm looking all around, and it looks like it's all dripping from each side. Also know all these tiles, they have little bumps along the edges, and you'll do this resin and sometimes you find out later it didn't get on all the spots. So I like to run it along the edges like this and then just hit it with the popsicle stick. Like I said, it's a little better to have a little more than not enough. I would use my glove, but because that scorpion's on there, I'm not trying to keep from moving this thing at all, you know, so. I'll tell you what, one thing I don't like is my voice, and that's why I haven't done a YouTube yet, or I did one, a small one, and it was how to put a clock together after, how to put the mechanism on and everything, but anyway, I just don't like my voice. I am camera shy. I don't know why. My daughter's not, and the funny thing is she's a dancer, and she used to dance for the Chicago Bulls, and she's just so theatrical. She was in musical theater. She always got the lead parts. She was in show choir. She was in dance all her life. Went to college. She took more dance, and she took some business classes, and so now she works for logistics company. She's in HR, or she is the HR there, and anyway, but she's like what I always wanted to be when I was younger. I hated getting up in front of the class and doing speeches and stuff like that, whereas she can get in front of anybody and just start talking about anything. Anyway, she outdid me with the scorpion challenge because she came into town one weekend and I showed her my video of me doing the scorpion challenge, and she asked for one, and then she just tore every little leg off the scorpion and ate it piece by piece, and without the tequila. They put the scorpion inside the glass with some mezcal tequila, and you're supposed to chug it all. Well, when I did it, it didn't get in my mouth. It like wanted to stay half in my mouth and half out of my mouth. And then finally I got it in my mouth, and then I ran out of tequila and it was in my mouth. And so it's a very funny video. You'll have to check it out. It's on my Facebook page, so also if you look for El Bahia in Cedar Rapids, you can see it on there too. Unfortunately, they don't put names on it or anything. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be pretty fun to give to my friend Javi. He owns the restaurant. I do their tres leches cake. And so I'm going to finish the other 3. And so this was the one that I filmed, or I thought I filmed, and found out that the record button wasn't on. So that one's not done, but the other 2 seriously aren't done, but they're started. So, and I just think I might move this scorpion just a little bit. I want to see that iris of the eye better, I think. This is pretty disgusting. If you haven't seen a scorpion. Okay, so now I remembered. It's Susan Mattel, my friend, who I couldn't think. I did say Sue, I think, but I think it didn't sound right because it's Susan. Anyway, she's been collecting these for me. They run crazy over there in Arizona, and she doesn't get very many. But they always try to get in at the hottest time of the summer. And so she has an exterminator come. I just want to make sure this is totally covered. And I'll give it one last zap with the torch. I think my friend Javi's going to like this. He won't use it as a coaster though, because there's a scorpion sticking out of it. I might have to think of something to do a wall mount or something. Alright, well, that is it. Maybe tomorrow I will attach a finished shot of it. Actually, I could try to do like this. I'd hate to... Can you see it? Isn't she pretty? Alright, well thanks for hanging in there with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.